What up, YouTube? It's Nicole, her story, back at you guys again. So let's get into last week. Oh my goodness, it was a crazy week. So first off, starting Wednesday, I went to see my oncologist, and she basically told me I couldn't get chemo because my blood pressure was too high. I don't even remember what my blood pressure was. So I couldn't get chemo. I went home. I was a little bit sad about it. She also told me I have to get a CAT scan in November, which definitely I'm not feeling right now. I went home and I was checking my blood pressure, and it just seemed like it just kept going up. It just kept going up. It just kept going up. So the last time I checked it, it was like 177 over 111. You know, me being me, I go on Google. Google's like, oh, 180 over 120, you having a heart attack or a stroke. I'm like, to the emergency room I go. I went there. I told them I had chest pains, which I did. I guess my chest felt funny. I don't know if it was psychological, that I did it to myself. I really don't know. But I told her I had chest pains, and she took me to the back to do an EKG. She asked me what was my chest pains and rating them between a 1 to a 10. I rated them an 8. We all know why. Anyway, she did EKG. She took me to the back. The hospital was so packed. They had no rooms, like none whatsoever, no rooms. All they had was hallways where they had set up where you sit in like this comfortable chair, and they had like a little tent like right in front of you, like a little curtain or something to like block everybody off. So I sat there the whole entire night, and they just kept checking my pressure. They gave me a chest x-ray, which showed nothing. They gave me a CAT scan because they were scared that I had a blood clot. I didn't have any blood clots. I literally sat in the hospital until like almost midnight, maybe 1, until my pressure went down. And it went down to, where did it go to? 136 over 87, and they finally let me out of the hospital. Wait, let me go back. When I was at the oncology doctor, she gave me a high blood pressure medicine, which was 5 milligrams. So, yeah, she gave me that. So I went to emergency room. I got out like midnight, maybe 1. I don't even remember. I was just there forever, just sitting in the chair by myself. Because you know, in the hospital, you can't have nobody with you because of COVID until you get a room. So I never really got a room. So I was just sitting in the hallway looking crazy. After that, on Thursday, I went to go see my PCP. And when I went to go see her, she actually gave me the same high blood pressure medicine. It's called Liposin. I think that's what the name of it is. She raised it from 5 milligrams to 10 milligrams because my oncologist gave me 5 milligrams. So she raised it up, and I was on my way home from the doctor, and the lady hit my car. Like, I'm telling you, last week was so freaking crazy. Like, she hit my car. And then when she hit my car, you know, of course the police came out. And do you know the police said that they couldn't tell whose fault it was? What you mean? Like, I'm going straight. I have the right of way, and she comes out and turns out and hits me. Whose fault is that? So, you know, that pissed me off. But anyway, I went to urgent care after that, you know, to make sure everything was okay. And when I went there, they gave me a chest x-ray. I was a little bit hurt, like my side hurt from her hitting me, because she hit me on the passenger side. And I'm glad I did like hit the brake, like I stopped, because she would have really like smacked my car and like really hurt my car like bad. You know, and that's Black Beauty. Black Beauty can't be out in these streets all jacked up. So I went to urgent care. Urgent care basically sent me home with some naproxen. But then Friday they called me saying they was concerned about my x-ray because it showed a linear lunacy, like it had a fracture or something, and they wanted me to come back Sunday. But I'm gonna just take it to my oncologist, who I go see this week, because they moved my chemo from last week to this week, so I'm gonna just let her know tomorrow about what they found, and I'm gonna push for a PET scan. Getting PET scans is hard because insurance don't want to pay for it because it costs a lot of money, but I'm really gonna push for a PET scan because I want to see where the cancer is in my body. Like, I want to know, like, let's go, Besides that, I actually looked at my chest x-ray from the hospital, and it showed that the largest tumor in my liver has actually grown. It went from a 5.6 to a 5.7 centimeters. Not 5.6 to 5.7, not in centimeters, but I forgot, something like that. Not a big jump, but it's still concerning because my CEA markers from when they took my CEA on Wednesday, I went from 12 to a 19. So, I can't lie and say that when I first saw it, I didn't like freak out and go through a phase of feeling bad for myself and everything. But once I put everything together and I thought about it, it's a lot of people that go into remission and the cancer comes back and they got to fight it again. They go back into remission. So it's a never ending battle. Like, I can't expect for my cancer battle to be a simple battle. I can't expect for it to be something that's just going to go positive the whole time. Like, last year was like straight hell. Like, it was bad, but it's been going good so far. Like, when I do research on it and I read up on it, it's always like the second year things start going bad. So I've been praying a lot, trying to keep my diet up, moving, doing whatever I can to basically help with my second year. But then I see people like on my Instagram page that had stage 4 cancer for 8 to 10 years and they're still kicking, so it's hard to put those things in perspective when it's you the one going through it. So I'm trying to put everything into perspective, think positive and just pray for the best and just keep pushing. I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still kicking. So it can be very, very depressing, to see something growing in you that is deadly. Like, I'm not going to sit up here in front and not like, oh, it's okay, it's cool. It's not okay. Like, could you start thinking about your family, your friends? Like, are you dying? Like, what's really going on? And who really wants to think about death? Like, I'm 36. Who wants to think about death? But it's a real thing. And I try to give you guys the real because you just need to know honesty. Like, to know that you're not the only one going through this. You're not the only one feeling like this. You're not the only one questioning life. And the biggest thing that I'm learning is you have to get your mental right. Like, with my situation, I learned last week, I can't do the same things that I used to do that used to be okay. I can't, because it cost me my chemo, which is helping save my life. So in that aspect, I have to put things into perspective because, I'm fighting. I have my family fighting with me. I have my friends fighting with me. So I have to fight harder because it's really me. And if they're fighting with me, then I have to fight, I'm going to do a video later on mental health with cancer so we can talk about it, Yeah, it's just, last week was like a lot. Like, it reminded me of 2020 when I was going through all those procedures to find out what type of cancer I had, going to chemo the first time, and I'm crying. Like, I literally cried the first time I went to chemo. I can cry for like a good 45 minutes. It's a lot. It's not even like me trying to be funny or me trying to joke. Like, dealing with this is a lot. And I know on my Instagram page, you see a lot where I say I thought that was a B, because I thought to be out, leave the phone and everything. But, you know, you see me say a lot on my cancer page is mental over physical. And I got that from my surgeon, because she told me, you know, if you can get your mental right, the physical is going to follow. Because the biggest fight is always mental. Like when you have things coming at you hard and pushing at you, like cancer or any chronic illness, it is hard. Like, I can't even like describe what I mean by that, but it's hard, like, to have your mental right, like to prepare yourself for what you're about to go through. And it's a lot. It's a lot to go through. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to do. Like, you got to watch your diet. You got to watch your mental, you know, seeing your body weight fluctuate, your taste buds change. It's a lot, and everybody's experience is different. So how my experience is, your experience might not be like mine, you know. But if you take anything from me, you know, give yourself a day to think about, meditate, cry, do whatever you have to do. But after that day, you got to keep pushing. Like, you have to push yourself, because if you let yourself go down, your body is going to follow. So start up here and get the mental right. It's always about the mental. So I just don't know. I just know last week was, okay, that was really a B. I just know that last week it was one of the roughest weeks that I've had since everything started in 2020. Like, it was just a week for me. But this week seems to be going better. Let's pray tomorrow I'm able to get chemo. You know, I would just want to say thank you to my oncology team in Chesapeake. Like, I love my nurses. Like, you should have saw them last week. They was like, hey girl, calm down, close your eyes, go to the Bahamas. Couldn't go to the Bahamas because I ain't there. You know, they was trying everything to get me to get my pressure to go down, and it just wasn't working. But I thank them, because, you know, they make me feel like a family versus a patient. Like they really care about my well-being. And even if that's just their job to pretend, they doing a great job at pretending, let me tell you. So, you know, I say all this to say, I know you see my posts, how I'm always positive, but I have down days too. But I'm not going to let the down days, you know, keep me down. Just got to keep pushing. I have a lot of people reach out to me in my DM that tell me, you know, I keep it real. You know, I give them hope. They want to know how I keep it so positive. Basically, because I'm still alive. Like, I'm still pushing. Like, I'm still kicking. Like, that's why I'm able to keep going, regardless of whatever the situation is. I done been through so many worse situations in my life. Well, this might be a top worst, but I done been through some bad situations in my life, and I came out on top. And guess what? I'm gonna come out on top on this. Alive, dead, whatever. What you gonna know is that I was a fighter, and I fought to the end. Hate to talk like that, but sometimes you gotta talk in reality. It's cancer. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? Like, you gotta come to reality with a lot of situations. So I'm taking this time to enjoy life and enjoy what's in front of me right now, because my life is good compared to last week. Because last week my life sucked. Oh my God, like, wow. Anyway, thank you guys for watching my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. I do want to do a Q&A video where you can ask me anything you want to ask me on YouTube channel, and I'm going to answer your questions truthfully. to be. All right, so look, guys. It was like seriously a bee chasing me. So I had to go. Anyway, let y'all know I did have my mask on. I took it off to shoot this video, but I'm by myself. I want to do a Q&A video. Let me know what questions you have for me. I'll definitely respond. I have a video coming up soon on the mental health with cancer, and we can discuss that. But yeah, other than that, it's Nicole, her story, and I shall talk to you guys later. Make sure you follow me on Nicole, her story on IG, please. Thank you. Peace.